So after Mario Bautista says this fight against JoseAldo is going to be a bloodbath, after I waited a couple months to see one of my favorite fighters, probably top 3 favorite fighter, go in there and fight, he just holds him up against the fence the whole fucking time. Are we dead ass right now? That was the most coward performance I've ever seen in my entire life, other than the Merab performance against Aldo. They just work you up against the fence, knee your thigh, just hold you there. How are we letting this happen in the UFC? Things need to change quick, because it is not looking good for the future of the UFC. This ugly fuck embarrassment fucking representative of the UFC. This represents your company, Dana. Get this man out of here. You have a death before dishonor tattoo on your chest. Get that removed right now. Right fucking now, you ugly fuck. Holding Aldo against the fence. Fucking dishonored yourself pretty much the whole fucking fight. Got cracked a couple times on the feet. Went back to holding Aldo up against the fence. That tattoo does not fucking represent you, bud. Tell you that now. Fucking embarrassment of a performance. The whole time, just holding Aldo against the fence. They got separated at one point. The ref fucking stepped in, separated him. He goes right back into doing it again. I know there's some part is on Aldo of not getting off the fence. But you're holding him up against the fence. You're not doing anything. The whole fight. You're pretty much just stalling the fight out. The whole fight. And you're just sitting there, holding him up against the fence. Like, I'm here to watch people fucking fight. What are we doing here? The rules need to change. This is what the main point of the video right here. The rules need to change in the UFC. We need to take away control time from holding up against the fence. At this point, I think that'd be a good rule change. But I think even better, we need to get credit for takedowns, defending takedowns. I think it should be valued just as much as a takedown if you defend a takedown. And all these guys who are failing 20 takedowns and just holding you up against the fence would lose every fight. It makes a lot of sense. Because that is not fighting. You're holding someone up. Imagine you're watching a street fight. I know this is not a street fight, but imagine you're watching a street fight and someone's just holding someone up against a fucking wall and just kneeing their thigh. You're going to call him a fucking pussy. You're going to call him a bitch. Like, what the fuck are you doing there? You're holding him up against a wall and you're kneeing him in the thigh. Like, oh, you did so much damage. You really won that fight, bud. And there's a couple people that have been doing this. You know, Merab, the main culprit, he can't get a takedown on you. He'll hold you up against the fence and just knee your thigh. The whole fight. It's ridiculous. These guys shouldn't be rewarded for doing this. It's fucking ridiculous. You're being rewarded for holding a guy up against a fence and kneeing his thigh. We need to change the rules. It needs to either be... And also, not just the 2 rules I mentioned, but we need knees to a grounded opponent. If they fail a takedown up against the fence, Aldo should be able to knee you right in the fucking face. Just blast you right quick. It's ridiculous. Either they should take away control time on holding people up against the fence, and it should only be when you have control on the ground. Or you should get credit for defending takedowns, which is pretty obvious, which a lot of people have been calling for. I see a lot of more people speaking up now that it's not Merab doing it, and it's JoseAldo again, a fan favorite. This should have been spoken about a while ago. Merab has been doing this. It's ridiculous. He did it against Aldo. He did it against Petr Yan. It's fucking ridiculous. It's not fighting. That is not fighting. And it's an embarrassment to the UFC. That ruined the event, pretty much. That fight and that on the main card. It ruined the main card. Not just the main card. The whole fight card was just ass until the main event, pretty much. We had to watch Aldo get held up against the fence, and then we had to watch Juliana Pena versus Pennington. Fucking ridiculous. Like, I want to gouge my fucking eyes out. I didn't even watch that fucking co-main event. Who's gonna want to watch that? Jesus fucking Christ, that was an embarrassment to the company. And after saying it was going to be a bloodbath between him and Aldo, he does that. Fucking embarrassment. That should be a result of firing squad, public execution, in my opinion. But that's just ridiculous. Everyone on Instagram, his Twitter, just be in his comments saying, take that fucking tattoo off your chest. Take it off. Death before dishonor my ass. You just held Aldo up against the fence and did nothing and won the fight. You're a fucking coward. You're a fucking pussy. I'm just waiting for one of these fights where someone just fucking knocks his ass the fuck out. I can't wait for the day. I'm praying on it. Praying on his downfall. That was such a coward performance. These guys, these casual ass fucking fans, these new fans, are trying to say, oh, this is entertainment, guys. If you don't like this, just go watch something else. You're just really just trying to pander at this point. And you guys are trying to act hardcore. Trying to say that you like this and like watching shit like this. Are we fucking dead ass right now? Is this the world I'm living in with a bunch of fucking retards? Like, are you guys dead ass retarded? When it was on the feet and it was stood up, Jose was getting that jab out there. He was fucking cracking him. He was fucking scared for his life. Jose hit him with a left hook at some point and fucking cut his eye on the right side of his eye. He didn't know what to do on the feet. So, he's a fucking terrible fighter. Fucking trash ass fucking holding up against the fence the whole time. Couldn't do nothing on the feet. He hit him with a couple good shots, but then he would just go and start fucking sniffing Jose's nuts. This is what we're doing now. This is what the UFC is gonna be. 5 years, if the rules don't change, everyone's just gonna be holding up against the fence. Safest way to win. Just hold up against the fence, not do anything, just knee the thigh. You know, that's what the UFC is gonna be. But this is what the fans want. Apparently, this is what some of the fans want. Not saying everybody, because not everyone's a fucking retard like some of these people. But this is what people want. Holding up against the fence, knee in the thigh. You just see how he just controlled him up against the fence and just kneed his thigh. It was so entertaining and just such a spectacle. Like, are we fucking serious? Come on. Like, Jose went out there to fight. And he went out there to knock his ass out. And he was putting hands on him. It's ridiculous. He wanted nothing to do with that. Death before dishonor. Take that off. Take that the fuck off. We need to get a bunch of fans and just hold them down and laser that shit off of them. Fucking next event he's at, we're lasering that shit off him. Hold them down, boys. Laser that shit off of him. Ain't no way you're gonna have that tattoo on your chest and be a fucking nut hugging fucking holding up against the fence. Ridiculous. Insane. Never speak at a press conference again saying it's gonna be a bloodbath. If he does, everyone just throw trash up on the stage. Boo this man. Boo this man, for real. There seriously needs to be a rule change, though. We need to implement that. I think the most plausible one would be the getting credit on defending takedowns, which should already be a rule in the UFC for the judging. The judges were all over the place the whole event, though. I think Jose could have won that fight either way, though. Even if he did get held up against the fence, he had the damage. I thought the judging was on damage. I guess not. I guess the first criteria in the judging is control time, pretty much, and knee to the thigh strikes. That's the criteria nowadays, guys. Even though I thought it was damage, but you know, these judges just don't know what they're judging at this point. They don't know the criteria. We need new judges. Mike Bell, who judged Alexa Grasso versus Shevchenko too, and gave the 10-8 to Grasso, he took time off because he was so shit at judging. Are we looking at this, Dana? Are we looking at the same thing? He took time off because he was so shit at his job as a UFC judge. We need to get new judges in here now. Now. Right now. These judges are fucking terrible. That whole event was judged fucking ass as hell. We need new judges. This should have been a thing. Because for years, these judges have been robbing people. The judges have been fucking getting unnecessary 10-8s. The 10-8 against Usman, the Usman and Hamzat fight, that first round should not have been a 10-8. And we need to implement the actual fucking criteria. The criteria of damage over everything. Not the criteria of control time over everything. What are we doing here? We're winning fights by holding up against the fence. This is not fighting. It's going to kill the fucking company. It's ridiculous. No one wants to watch that. 80% of the fans don't want to watch that. The 20% of the fucking retards we can just fucking put in a pit and just pour fucking rocks down at this point. Because what the fuck? How are you defending this? You guys like this. You guys like watching a guy hold a guy up against the fence and knee his thigh It's ridiculous. JoseAldo did not deserve that. JoseAldo has been so disrespected. Why is he even getting Mario Bautista? He should have been getting a guy up the rankings. It's fucking ridiculous. Beat Jonathan Martinez before this. He's a legend of the sport. He was already ranked pretty highly at bantamweight before he came back to fight Martinez. It's fucking ridiculous. He has wins over guys in the top 5, top 10. Jesus fucking Christ. But no, we got to pander to Stipe because John Jones needs an easy fight before he dips. Okay. This is bullshit. Disrespecting Aldo. Cut this man from the UFC. No one wants to watch that fucking shit. No one wants to watch that at all. Cut this man. It's ridiculous. Death before dishonor. Because it's going to be a bloodbath. Fucking only thing that was a bloodbath was my fucking eyes watching that fight. Disgusting. Humiliating performance. Disgusting. Such an embarrassment to the UFC. But that's going to be it, guys. You guys need to like this video, subscribe, share the video, like and share, and most importantly, we need to get this out there. Get this video big. We need to talk about, everyone needs to be talking about this. This needs to reach up the higher ups at the UFC. It's ridiculous. But like and subscribe, share the video. Let me know what you guys want to see next. And I'll see you guys up in the next one. Peace.